me do a beat. Anybody's in here yet? Hold on. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Coming, I'm coming. She said. That's what he said. That's what they all said. Said I'm making coffee. I'm gonna go. Toasted marshmallow caramel. Okay. Refresh.
What do I do?
Okay. Be right back. Listen here, pussy. Take my coffee beans. Where? Pot 12, pot 12, pot 12, pot 12, pot 12, okay, pot 12. Here at 12. 12 pots, 12 cups, 12. There we go. It is 14 fucking times, it doesn't work. Okay. Coffee's brewing. Oh. That's what I didn't do. I'm a fucking idiot. Shh. It's quiet time. I don't want that green. Whoa! It's mighty hawkish of me. I don't know if I like that. I don't think so, Tim. I'm overstimulated already. I'm just kidding. Your son seemed to enjoy this new band. His new band? What band? Straight blue. It's white. Makes me look tired. Green makes me look Christmassy. So we're gonna go. We're gonna do that. Maybe it doesn't even need to be that tough. Oh, bed. Still feel like shit. Yeah, actually, Meg didn't go to her friends last night because she was not feeling good. Her friend. And the kid is wide the fuck awake. Of course she is. Of course she is. What's the word? Bird. Actually, wake and bake. So it's several words. Rage. Again, I thought about this last night, dude. I'm so sorry to like bombard you with all that stuff. Again, it was just ideas. If there was things that we could even tweak on your end, and just also what you thought as a consumer, what you would like to buy as far as a product or a thing. Didn't mean you had to work on every single one of those. So my bad, man. I meant to clarify. It was just, so I was like, I'm gonna spam you then with the stuff I'm doing, just to kind of get some other feedback. It's different when like your brother or your mommy or your girlfriend's like, yeah, that's great. No, like it's something to work on. I get you, but you have your own life, your own channels, your own thing. It was just, I think, more so in the fact of getting some outsiders' opinions as well. But I know a lot of it is weed related. I'm not going to do everything weed related, but dude, Rage, actually, we're gonna put that back in the, hold on, we're gonna get his merch site back up here. Actually, Rage, put it in here, I'll pin it, or you can pin it, whatever. Spot on, some minor tweaking with some things. Okay, well, see, that's what I was wondering too, if it was one of those, do you think I need to, anyways, but not all but Rage really sparked my merch again. Kyle and I think we're just stagnant, and I've said this 100 times already in the past few days. I was stuck in this bubble of like sayings or just our logo, and when I saw Rage's fire merch, that this motherfucker just went, hey, check this out. I mean, he'd been working on stuff, but you know what I mean? Like, I was like, dude, hell yeah, pin it. It sparked me, and I was like, okay, let's try this. And when I talked to my company about what I was able to do, what kind of styles and fonts, realism, all this stuff, it was game on. Yeah, there is so much more in his merch store. Like, he's got a couple new shirts, couple new bags, I think. The one ghost hoodie's pretty fire. So let's check some stuff out. Since it's pinned, it's right there. Okay, guys, now this is Rage, remember. This is Rage's. Whoa. Fucking camo. Tough. With the back. Dude, that's hard. Oh. That's tough, dude. Stephen Rhodes, yeah. I think that's actually what I have. Like the stuff I have. Oh, you got the kitty cat hat. Tough. Mind you, guys, when you look at something, and this says $36 for a woman's floppy crop tee, first of all, it's a good quality. Bonfire does give you good shit. He does not make all of that money. Believe that. I can guarantee you he might make $5 on a sale, something like that. Because I worked through Bonfire too before. I got some shorts. Look at that bitch. Mug. Bro, look at these hoodies. Fire.
And then I got, oh, tough. Glitch King. I ended up getting this mug. On the back it says fucking clown. Oops, there we go. And then I got these sweet hats, dude. What do you mean, bro? Put all my weed in here. What would Jesus do? And then I got, look at these fucking hoodies. And then I got this shirt. Operation Burnout. Tough. And that's it for right now, yeah. Shit's hard. Let's get this dude. Let's buy this dude a mansion. Buy his merch. Buy all of it. So peak. Yeah, dude, it was just the only issue I tend to still kind of have with it. They seem like they fixed some of it, though, was I know the reason that I left was, even for myself, I would order 3 things. They would ship it. Well, everything would still come at once, but they would process everything separately. So I was getting shipped 3 times, taxed 3 times, and taxed on the item 3 times. Well, 3 different separate occasions on that. Like, I was like, no, dude. I'd go to buy 2 shirts that were $21.99 and it would come to $75. I'm like, that's not, I'm not doing that. And I'm not doing that to my customers. It seems better now because I ordered mine and it put the shipping and everything together, my taxes. It was still like $65, but I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure that when I would get stuff like that before and pretty much same prices, it was like $70 some, not in the lower 60s. So again, guys, Rage does not control that. Rage only controls when they say, how much money do you want to make off per item? I kept pretty much almost every piece of item, even on the new merch store, $3 to $5 profit. $3 to $5 profit that I make off of any merch. That's the God's honest truth. So that everything else is being covered by shipping, cost of the material, and then tax. Right. You make like $9 on a $30 shirt. Exactly. Yeah. Right, Peter. I think they fixed it. Because when I ordered Rage and stuff, I was like, I don't care, man. I'm trying to support a friend. But when I went, it had everything linked together and it gave me 1 shipping cost. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that sucks, dude. I'm telling you. But that's where I was like, okay, when I checked it. So I think he might be on a better path than I was with Bonfire. Bonfire, though, Juice WRLD doesn't do well. Bonfire is basically made for like campaigning, and what I mean is that it's not meant necessarily for individual sales like we do. It's meant for like me and Lola have, you know, a mammogram expo and you sell bulk items for Save the Tata shirts or something like that. It's for things like that, from what I've gathered over time looking at it. Hey, what's going on? So maybe they fixed it. Yeah, so, and I can't even make tough shirts, dude, because Shaq does it. And dude, he didn't know us, we didn't know him, all this stuff, but I can guarantee you, I'm way older than that dude. And I've been saying, tough, that's Tuff, tattooed inside my motherfucking mouth for 22 years. I got drunk as shit one night with Chris and Jason, the twins, and me and Chris were out front of BG's trash, and I kept saying everything was fucking tough, TUFF, and me and him are the CEOs. We talked about it and decided we were the tough tribe, and then we all had to get a tattoo and somewhere that said tough, branding us, and it had to be somewhere tough, so I said the inside of our mouth. So, but you can't prove that. Oh, shit. Hell yeah, Lori. I'm thinking about some kind of, maybe I'll see if Rage can help me with something a little more original like that instead of AI, but like says something with the hard. Should it be a pirate? Should it be a pirate? Or, dudes, did you see? Check, peep game. I got one. This is one I'm very proud of, and I want to try to find a way to make this one. So, you know what everybody was, hey, what's up? You know, everybody says, you know, like melt my face off for a metal song. No. Damn it. Yeah. I'm thinking about that for a logo, for a shirt. Something along those lines. I mean, I'll keep that, but it'll melt my fucking face off or something like that. But we'll see. I'll make you a demo today. Right on. Don't worry, but I did not know you were being dad this weekend. I thought you were, for some reason, I thought I caught you were kid free. Dude, it's fine. It is fine, man. So I never want to take away from kiddo time. I get it. You also have your downtime, but did I not bring? Yeah, I did. I made some other stuff too. Like I said, small sock energy. Dude's in a big monster truck. I tried to put in small PP energy, but the AI was like, hey, it literally was like, while we appreciate funny things and all this stuff, they're like, that might be a little too schmexual. And I was like, damn it, dude. A prawn Jesus design? Hell yeah. I was trying to think of something where, that's why, like I said, I'll change it to the actual purr instead of perfect, like the word, but like purring with the kitty cat. I wanted something like that whole, well, kind of take off your idea of the tie-dye, but it's only because of those funny shirts, like with the unicorns, or like those weird funny shirts, but that like grown-ass masculine dudes wear. So I wanted it to be like kittens or something with that. But with it smoking a joint or having weed in its hand, it says perfect, but I spelled it perfect like the word instead of purring, so I got to fix that. Tiny shrimp. I thought about, see again too, Rage, this would really only be for like us, because I'm trying to think of things that people would buy and want to wear, right? What I'm about to say, not many people would, but I figured if we could get me, you, and Stacks some kind of AI shirt that just says the 3 best friends that anyone did have. Making Ghost Bros hoodie? Okay. Let's do that. I mean, I would be fine with just making something like that like just us wore, made a couple of shirts. Because again, not many people would buy that in the fact of like their day-to-day compare, like this guy needs a beer or something like that. Because yeah, Rage, exclusives, kind of. But no, Rage, I'm telling you, you popped my idea, like, and the fact of, it's just, everything I thought had to be like show related. And the 3, yeah. Amibros, but so I do have to thank you a lot for that. put a light under my ass, sparked my ideas that Kyle and I have supposed to have been doing for a couple months now. My merch has been so fucking stagnant and dry. But I clicked on that and I was like, this motherfucker, in a good way. You mother... Oh... Speaking of bro time tonight, I'm pretty sure my son, I don't know if his buddy Ethan or anybody is coming over, but Jason is coming over. He's been marinating chicken. Unfortunately, I think it's going to rain all day. We have our brothers that react to shit. I'll be getting into some more stuff like that. Maybe different styles as well. But Kyle made a lot of stuff through After Effects. So every once in a while, like the dog and stuff, Devin did draw, but a lot of the stuff is words or like symbols and stuff like that Kyle just made in After Effects. So it's very basic, which is fine, but I wanted stuff like Rage. Rage has, first of all, well, Rage and Devin too, but they both have an artistic hand, man. Both are aspiring tattoo artists, just artists in general. Hey, good morning, Vietnam. What's up, Jeffrey? Thank you for the dono, bud. Hopefully you're having a good weekend. But yeah, so just like I said, cannot thank him enough. And whenever you do see any merch, I can guarantee you that either he has given me input, tweaked something, or given me an idea. So I have learned with people like Rage, it's just like getting a tattoo. When somebody looks at something, maybe even knows your style a little bit, you at least listen to their suggestions. You're open to changes. I know one for sure because I don't have the things. I'm going to have him take out some of the smoke and stuff on the one Lord's Lettuce, and because it's got a cloud halo, but that's really the only thing I want. I don't want the other smokes and stuff there. And maybe have him tweak something, but other than that, the one picture is ready to go. Technically, I think too is we probably have to take or tweak things or take things out or add something so that's not that it's a copyrighted picture, but I would always want to be like, no, man, mine doesn't have that in here. If for any reason something happens, I don't care if it's an extra branch on a tree. Nope, I've got 7 branches, not 5 or 6. You're keeping up with one. Upping the merch designs to the next level part of the process. It is. Again, we're not trying to be multi-millionaires, but again, I mean this in a nice way. It's an easier, not have to pay attention once it's up. Payment. You now just get to cash out from people buying your product now. Rage and I have been and have put our time in to quote get the payment out of you know what I mean? But like again, guys, anything that comes to do with pay, don't take it as egotistical or that we're trying to be greedy. It's just that is the upside to merch. If you make fire merch, you only got to do it once and then let it sit and ride. It's kind of free money. Passive income, right? Ayo. Songs. He's like Tupac? Like the whale's Indian too? Really? Interesting. Okay. Hey, good morning. Correct, Peter. It does. And it's just unfortunate that sometimes when we talk about money or being like, hey, doing this stuff grants us the reason to do this, that people think that we're just trying to be money hungry. But you're right. If we open this merch and people flock to Rage and I's merch store and we get, think about this, just say a pretty decent, what if we get 10 grand worth of merch sales in our pocket in the next 2 months? Can you imagine, first of all, the stability that we could have with that, but two, the things we could now do for the channels. I think I've said this before, and it really still holds true, is that YouTube is my bill payment. Like a lot of other things, like when it breaks down, but like I pay my child support, my car payment, I pay Meg part of the mortgage, just to help out in general, even some food, all this stuff, right? All the other stuff, if I go buy a new shirt and a new cup and all this stuff, yeah, it is for me. Half the time it's for show. That comes out of Patreon or merch or whatever. I bought merch from Rage from my merch payout. It was free money. But like you said, it's you have to do that. Like you have to. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Mom. Mom, did you see some of the new merch? I'll show you some. I'll send you some things, but I don't know how late you were on last night. Look at, Mom, check Rage's bonfire. Sorry, guys. Jesus. He put more stuff up. It is a hard road for content creators. That's why we got each other's backs, dude. You suck my dick, I suck yours. I'm alive. Yeehaw! Coffee's finally done. Wait, hold on. That kitty hat? Yeah. Oh yeah, fuck me in the butt and call me Timmy. Some good coffee. My name's not even Timmy. Sometimes I tell myself, Ben, calm down. And then I remember my name isn't Ben. Timmy! Is that a challenge? Wait. Nine. Well, I'm so confused. 9 Inch Nails? Oh yeah, check this out, guys. Pete game. Pretty sure it's being done today. Fuck you, Spectrum. Piece of shit. Yeah. Fastest $700 I ever spent. Right now. Jeff, buy my merch, pussy. Oh, with teeth. Oh, the album with teeth. Okay. I didn't listen to Nine Inch Nails, so sorry, I didn't know album names. SeatGeek, sure. I'm never buying from them again. Spectrum, no. I will say, and I think it's because they ended up, I don't know how they got to the venues, because I'm thinking of space at that point, but apparently some of these tickets from SeatGeek were real now. That I think they let them through, and that's why they refunded my money. I don't care. I do not care. Guys, that was $800 damn near, almost $1,000 that I couldn't risk. It was just, so I don't know. Like I said, that's probably why, which is fine. I don't care. At least SeatGeek they did right. I will give credit where credit is due. I will never just on purposefully talk shit. I talk shit for a while. I'll still say shit about Spectrum, but SeatGeek followed back through. So I will at least admit that. Next time you're going, fam. So I don't know. Like I said, I've gone back and forth with saying, because I've heard that SeatGeek is a good place. I just didn't. I was like, no, man, this is too fishy. This is too. Sure, we'll keep you at bay here. Thing. You don't play with that kind of money, and I'm not saying Meg is by far stuck up in a rich bitch. All of these things group like that. She did not grow up like that either. Meg makes a lot of money. She would have just let it go. No. Even growing up kind of the same. So, like, look, man, Mom and I didn't live in a cardboard box, but Mom and I were poor and struggled for a lot in my life. We had moments of time where we were okay. But when you grow up like that, and then you also, on your own, with significant others and stuff, are continuously scraping by, or I'm the only one working or whatever. Look, man, $800 is $800, and that's a mortgage, you know, at that time, or car payments and food. I already was being irresponsible to buy a fucking ticket to just let it go. No way. I can't. Like I actually cannot. And I know that no matter what it would have been, and it's not the fact of I don't want Meg to help support or everything, we would have gotten by for sure. For sure. And again, that's not a brag. We would have been fine. My $500 board, we would have fixed that too. Like all the things that I initially freaked out about, but for good reason. That's a lot of money. But I couldn't. I was like, nah, dog. When the heat goes off, yeah. I know I grew up poor. I'm still poor today. Oh, it's you. Okay. It's fine, Luna. I didn't know what you were playing with. All these toys. You want to play with a fucking piece of gravel by the front door. Whatever, cat. Still poor, fam. Hey, what's up? Okay. Now we're getting. Now we're just. Oh, that's what it is. No, man. Your mother's gonna be pissed if this is broken. That's one of her bracelet things from her crystals. That's why it sounded like a rock, because it was. I don't give a fuck what she says. Nice hair, thank you. I don't know why that got deleted. Might have been an accident. Sometimes it happens. We'll see. Oh, spam. Never mind. Yeah. Hockey eats up a shit ton. Yeah. No, I saw him. I was like, okay. I was like, oh, that's a nice comment. Like, but yeah, it was. Got your coffee? Hell yeah! It was just one of those where Mom and I had a pretty good break there with Kyle's dad. I ended up asking her how much Randy made, and you got to think this was in the mid to late '90s and stuff. When she told me, I think she said he made like $80,000. That he worked for he was IT guy and stuff, bro. Back in the '90s, shit, you know. But we definitely didn't even we had a nice house, we had 2 brand new vehicles, and we had good toys, but it was just the fact of we didn't live lavish, but we didn't live like Mom and I did in the apartment with the stove being open to keep that place heated so I could go to sleep, and Mom being under 4 blankets in the living room. It wasn't like that, you know. Yeah, Mom stayed home. Here's another thing that I've said before is between my mother and my grandmother was an entrepreneur, had her own business as a woman from the 60s and 70s, startup, and became a millionaire. She is not anymore. That's a whole thing. But anyways, as a woman on her own, think about that. The older I've gotten, the more that sinks in. And my mother was one of her secretaries that worked for her. She could have easily just been like, Mommy, I need this much. She didn't. We still struggled while she worked. I'm sure Grandma helped her out, but Mom didn't ask for a handout. I think that's where I get it from too, both sides. I'm lazy on a lot of things, but when it comes to business things that I want to do, like my grandmother, I don't take no for an answer. That's the thing, is Mom had every right and or reason to be an 18, 19-year-old kid being like, Mom, I need a couple $100s to finish it. She could have, and Grandma would have given it to her. Grandma was the type of grandma that we'd go out every weekend as grandkids, and we'd go see a movie and do all the things and do all the stuff. Then we'd go to KB Toys, and she'd go find something you can't live without. And then she'd just sit there and yap with whoever knew her, because she always knew somebody in every fucking store, no matter where she went. So these motherfuckers went all the way across the goddamn United States. I'm not kidding. Mom has told me they went from Ohio to California to Disney for a fucking convention. 4 people. Dora? Mom's like, how the fuck do you know? We are not even in Ohio. Right, there's a big difference between. So again, I also understand that if she did ask for stuff or things were happening, she also actually worked for Grandma. I think that was another problem too. We ended up finding out that Grandma pretty much hired a lot of family. Not that they took advantage, but I think it got some advantage taken. And then Grandma does not own the business anymore and stuff, but I think that was a lot of her, an accountant, that was making piss poor decisions and or siphoning money. I always remember something along the lines, my grandmother saying that she would be like in her not her assets, like her personally be worth $1 million by the time she was 55 years old. I'm pretty sure she was like 52 or 53, and she was worth like $1 million. That was her goal, to be successful like that. I swear to God, it was close. Grandma never met a piano bar she didn't like. Grandma was also out in Vegas with, I think, Dirty Aunt Pam at a piano bar, sipping fucking Manhattans, talking to the black dude singing at the bar, singing with him all night. And Aunt Pam is like, "Do you know who you're singing with?" She's like, "I don't know." So I'm just like, "That's Darius Rucker." She's like, "Who's that?" Because she didn't listen to Hootie and the Blowfish. All apparently, legend has it, she goes to get a drink, and Darius is like, "Dora, you coming back over?" That's not a joke, Jim. Yeah. You're also talking to. We're going to talk about another story. I know for a goddamn fact, Mother is in this. I call her Mother. That's how serious I am, is in the chat still. I've heard people tell this story, and this is not a joke. This is my grandmother's story. Her and Becky, yes, that's her name, her friend Becky, were in Vegas. Grandma used to visit Vegas twice a year. She was a bit of a gambler, but she always won. She wrote a book on how to win. Anyways, late. They're coming from the casino. And what she said is that her and Becky were they're like in their 50s, like they're older. And a big black dude and a smaller black dude, the one big black dude's in a leather coat, are in the elevator. They get in. Becky's apparently freaking out. I don't know, just because it was just they're two little frail old ladies. And the little one tells the big one, hit the floor. Becky drops face first to the ground while the elevator doors are closed and throws her purse. It was Eddie Murphy and his bodyguard. He told his bodyguard to hit the penthouse floor suite. She panicked, thought they were getting robbed. He started doing his laugh, walked them to their room, apologized the entire time. The next morning, they woke up with a dozen roses per each, with $100 on each rose with a sorry card with breakfast. These bitches met Eddie Murphy and his bodyguard. The true story. I've heard that on TikTok talking about, I'm like, that was not your grandmother. That was my grandmother. How the fuck do you know this story? That's kind of like the Joey thing on how to get sex story. How do you know this story? Only my mother, yeah. No, only my mother because they would sing in a quartet. Apparently, Mom and Grandma were wherever, and they were on some Johnny Carson show, and it was late, and Mom was like 10 years old or like whatever. And again, they're in a hotel, they're going to a hotel room, and apparently she's aggravated as fuck at 10 years old at 12 o'clock in the morning, looking at this guy on the side going, "Can you get your trumpet out of my side?" And it was fucking Johnny Carson's trumpet player, and Grandma was like, "I'm so sorry." Like, Mom was not having it. "Can you get your trumpet out of my side?" Dude, swear to God. Doc, yeah. I'm over here giving him the business. Shit's funny. Have a good one, Alonzo. Hey, what's up, Crystal? But yeah, dude, that shit, I was like, how do you... Like, I heard that Eddie Murphy story since I was a kid, before Google's, before all of those things. That's what I'm saying. These bitches out here telling that story. I've heard it a couple times on the old Tickety Talks, and I'm like, no, you did. No, they did. There's no way that happened more than once to this dude. Fuck you. No fucking way, dude. Just like the time I met Chester Bennington and nobody saw it. Ooh, hell yeah, Lori. Yeah, he was probably right on his like cusp. I think more like 48 hours, things like that. You got to think if she was like in her 50s. Yeah, like 30. Yeah, I would have probably been like 10. So like late, early, mid 90s. Grandma was low-key kind of famous with her, I'm not going to say the name because that'll give away some doxing, but she had a folder company, like legit, like folders. Like She did pretty much all of Ohio for businesses, schools, like folders, and then put like the school logos or your logo and all that stuff on there. She started with one printing press in her basement and had a like 3,000 square foot building by the end. But so she sold all over, distributed all over. So her name was out there everywhere. Oh, you met some celebrities there when you were hell yeah. She also, do you guys know who Big Chuck and Little John is? That might be an only Ohio thing. But Big Chuck and Little John were kind of like the Three Stooges of like hosting. Like they would show like shows and stuff like that. Like movies or whatever. Kind of like an Elvira. Or what was his name? The Ghoul? Isn't that his name? Hey, what's up, Drew? But yeah, they knew her on a first name basis. I'm fighting a fall. It's getting pretty serious. Yeah. Being low-key famous kind of runs in the fam. I guess. Bob and Tom, it was kind of like one of those, yeah. But they were like very, very much like super Ohio famous type thing. And they knew her on a first name. They were like friends. But they would also do like the hot air balloon race. She would have her company logo. I think she was the one, she didn't go in and but like tied to the ground and she would go up. Grandma used to be the one to do things for like the city, like light the blue match for the Blue Tip Festival, shit like that. Like Grandma was the somebody in Wadsworth. So yeah, I guess you're right. Like I don't consider us famous, but yes, like being low-key known, I guess kind of runs in the family, sure. Rain City Drive. Oh no shit. Epic stuff for facts. It's probably the equivalent of like Ronnie saying we're his favorite and Alex commenting and, you know, Tommy Prophet commenting or coming alive. It's the same concept, just in her ways. I gotta bet that down. Oh, helping the event with EKG? No shit. You're a minute behind. I hate when I should be doing that. Older times. But yeah, so it's been pretty crazy over the years. Just like the cool stuff we got to do or see, but yeah, I would say because the pick, a lot of times you have to be careful, even with it's still considered like sleep token merch. So you can. I just don't want to piss off communities. We can't even say the word sleep token. We could say the word vessel, like your name isn't copyrighted, but his image more so kind of lightweight can be. That's also why I have hard times with making like even anything with like Jason or Freddy face or anything. You would have to tweak it almost kind of like almost kind of like I don't know how, like a toy or something like that, which I'm sure we could do with Sleep Token, but I think that there's so much, I don't mean toxicity, there is, but like people would not let that fly, especially if it being us. Yeah, Mom, are you Doors Dark? What the fuck? Yeah. Or it'll be something along the lines of you'll be out and it'll be blah, blah, blah. That's Dora's daughter. Oh, Dora. Yeah. Or it'll be, that's Dora's grandson. Oh, you're Sherry's boy. Yeah, hi. I don't know who the fuck you are, Steve. Nap coin. That's funny. But that's what always happened. Always. It's vessel, bitch. I mean, something, yeah, sure, something like that could, but with his like actual face and then like the name of the band, we would probably get sued right the fuck now. I'd make 10 grand, but 100,000. You know, like, oof. But like I said, I'm almost trying to veer off of things. Not that I can't have things like that, but not so much like phrase sayings anymore, but things still going. But again, a lot of my stuff is weed related at the moment. There's more than that, but a lot of it is just because like funny ideas come to mind. But I don't want to flood it with that. There will be enough on there because there's enough of us dank heads on here, but still, you got to appeal to, maybe Meg doesn't like weed, so you're not going to buy a weed shirt. You know what I mean? You like the small sock energy one with the guy in the big monster truck. I don't know. I've never said that on the show. But it's just funny. It came to my head. Peter, that is actually really good. The problem I'm having with doing something like that, so I'm pointing to the laptop instead of you guys, is I don't know how many, you got to think of something that people are going to want to wear, like out in public, right? Not that it can't be offensive, but like a lot of times I feel like people don't want to wear like people's faces from like a show like that. So for me to do that with the drinking cups, because I've thought about it, I'm like, are people really going to want to wear our faces? We're not a celebrity. We're not a band. We are a reaction channel. And I know that people think, but it is different. It is definitely different on kind of how you approach things like this, I feel like. Don't you point your finger at me. Yeah, you got to appeal to multiple lanes. But like Meg and Steve's and Peter's ideas and stuff are fantastic. That's the thing. You guys also spark ideas for me too. It might not necessarily be the exact same thing, but there's something to it, and I appreciate all of that. That's why I was showing you guys the merch, and like just they were quick, rough ideas, rough drafts, rough AIs that can be tweaked, but like even just to see a couple of people be like, that's dope, or that's okay, I'm on the right track here. Stay in this lane and run faster. Kind of put the two ideas together. See, another thing is that it's when you see, we know what that is. And it's not that you don't need mass appeals to know, but here's another thing that happens that I and Kyle have run into. It's vessel bitch with the cups and stuff. While, like I said, while we get that, other people, it's like an inside joke almost. So it's like 50-50. It kind of doesn't matter, but then also people just don't get it. And then also like you want people to buy you and be like, where'd you get that shirt? And then you can tell. So there is like a weird kind of fine line with that. So I struggle with things like that because I don't know. I guess it is one of those until something like that gets made. Like, I guess it did. Kyle made stuff like we've made things that was like, thank you, Nate. Now I know that's a little more specific and whatnot, but that was for people that were like NF fans being like, thank you for your music. People don't really buy it. It's under our NF merch. People don't buy it. I know that that's not the same, but it's a kind of a same lane. Their fan base is growing. You'd be surprised. That's what I'm saying is that I don't know with something like that though. It's just we haven't really tried a lane with that yet, which I said doesn't mean we can't. Maybe we will. It's just that, but that is something that we would want and have to kind of do for a quote sleep token route. The name vessel isn't copyrighted. It's just putting it correctly, people kind of understanding, and that it also not be a riddle, I guess. Need a slogan that becomes a meme to capitalize. Yeah, so that's kind of where, for a minute, it was like, I know that it was this beat slaps bitches. There was things like that. What was another one? Fuck. Oh, music junkie. I mean, I know it's not like a meme, but like that's like the things. Like that's another one that gets pretty like bought enough, and then the We Get It Ronnie Can music, but that's a statement. Well, it's so the problem is it's not the fact that it's a made up lore, it's the fact that with it being like in a band and a company, essentially the name and an image can be copyrighted. Like you can't just, it's hard to explain, but now, like I said, his name, Vessel, isn't necessarily copyrighted, I think is how it goes. There's loopholes and it's muddy waters. Like it is and it isn't. It's almost the fact of how pissed off is this company going to be, and do they want to waste their time going after you, is a lot of the times the thing. They're with RCA now. They want all their money, not Sleep Token, RCA. Kind of. And that's where, Meg, that's actually where I said, I know they're not necessarily directly working with Vessel, but the people that run the main Sleep Token Discord for them, I have gotten a hold of a couple of their mods, and that's actually how I know this stuff. Was they were like, you could, like with like maybe a picture of him and stuff, they're like, it's murky as far as the copyright. I'm pretty sure they said, though, they were the ones that said the name Vessel, though, is not necessarily copyright. Sleep Token is, and his appearance is like kind of iffy. The one girl was like, you could do it. You could do a picture of him. She's like, but she's like, I wouldn't recommend it. And that's where she left it. So I understood. And that's why we never made any Sleep Token merch at all. Right, Izzy, that's the thing, is Vessel ain't gonna, to a point, wouldn't give a fuck. See, like anime, like I've seen things like that, and I'm like, ooh, guys, like I don't know if that's still okay. Because I've seen that one where they look like the baby little like Funko Pop almost things, and it's like this whole thing, like on TikTok. I'm like, guys, I don't even know if that's okay. It's like the short and kind of more rounded version, but right, Meg, that's another thing too, is he probably would on some real shit. He's on his vacation of the dog child. No. You're not see when you do, again, it's different. You're selling art, and it's, I know it sounds silly. That's different than merch, mass produced items. You are basically making a one of a kind in a sense. So that is completely different. I know that does sound silly, but like the one girl that I gotta get the money for all this stuff, but I want that fucking painting that she did of the new Vessel. And like you can buy that stuff. That is where it gets weird. It's the fact of merch and art are on a separate playing field. Dude, Rage, I love merch talk too. I just didn't know. I thought it was so limited. Yeah. Yep. Just mom. She honestly, I don't know that really anybody calls her Sherry. Because like Lori calls her sis or hun or whatever, and then everybody just calls her Rykerroad mom anymore. Like honestly, even my friends, they were just like, "What's up, mom?" Because I had a couple pretty good close friends that would always be over. So like that's kind of funny. Like I just moved so much my pants fit better. Hoping to do that later today because these babies are kind of snug. That's your grandma's name? I'm a universal entity. No, Spirit, you're fine, man. Like I said, that's think about it too. All the art and stuff that people have sold over time that have been things or icons or stuff like that's okay. It is legit merch things that you can wear and mass produce in a small amount of time. I'm not saying you take forever, but like for you to do that, you're not fucking selling 1,000 a day. I think that's where it becomes the problem, is that you can make so much money off of it being done so quickly. Mayor looks good, thank you. Like the stream, I'm gonna let's smoke a bowl. Let's do that. We call it spicy air around here. Actually, guys, today, I think I'm going to. I found my tank tops and stuff. I need to wash my hair today. You guys have been weirdly asking for my hair routine. So I'll wash my hair today. I'll see if I can figure out a way to set up the camera. I'm not going to be naked, guys. I have shorts on. I'll probably wear a tank top if I can. Right. You quit driving truck. Right. But no, see, again, you can or you could, but it was just the fact of vessel or, you know, a Freddy Krueger thing or something. You can't make 1,000 a day for people to order. You're basically custom artwork, if you will. Even if I can ask you to paint or airbrush something, the same vessel for me, and then make one for mom. They're gonna be different in some way. Doesn't mean that it's shittier. It's just gonna be different. Shirt and merch is same thing, same print every time. Oh, his work is stunning. Absolutely. I'll be done about an hour. 12 EST. It's 11:53 or 10:53 right now. A cactus shirt? That's why when I don't know with the stoned giraffe type thing, because I always used to say the phrase high as a giraffe's pussy. Now, and I'm not trying to associate my daughter with weed, but also one of my daughter's favorite animals is a giraffe. No, I know what I'm doing. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Rage, you need to get on it too. Hop on it because we'll probably weirdly catch them. We need to make flamingos. So on it. And there it is. Reel it in. Mom, that's good, actually. I like it. I was trying to think of something with peckerwood. I like that phrase. Trying to think of some kind of like, you know what I mean? I wanted to make something too rage because I was like, what if I did this, but have it be rage? Or what if we made shirts that was like, you know, something to do with your squinty eyes and mine was round eye? Dude, it took me 15 years to realize the borderline racist comment that came out of the kid in Bloodsport when him and Frank Dukes are training as teenagers, and he walks up to him, and Shidoshi's son was like, "You'll never be ready for the match, round eye," and I'm like, "Oh, that was funny," and I'm like, "Oh." I was like, he called him round eye. I volunteers tribute. Because I kept thinking also like flowers and swords too. So yeah, I was trying to think of non-naming things, sleep token stuff, like, you know what I mean? Like kind of how I was saying before, Meg, where like I've tried, but I didn't know what to do. Blindfold me with dental floss. Rage, you need to play off of something with that meme. I always do play on words, yeah. You need to figure something out where it's like that meme where that little baby has got the cat and it's opening his mouth and it was like, no, little baby, not raw. I laughed for 20 minutes. Oh, I stopped counting after like 30 tattoos. And I don't count this as like 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3. Like I don't count them like that. Like individually. Some morning wood, yeah. But yeah, it was like peckerwood. I was like, I say that a lot and I like that. I was like, what can I do with that? It'd be folding dishes and vacuuming in the driveway, yeah. Does have an IQ shirt? Dude, I'm so pumped that we're talking about merch and like real things are happening. But yeah, I just got it. Well, I need a stoned flamingo and then maybe even another one that's just for that's what it is. We got this. Maybe it can be holding a sword. With an empty grind. You know, I fucking hate that, dude. You're like, it's just an inconvenience. I need to buy a bong. Maybe if I can find a place that'll let me go in and look for stuff, or shop. Like I said, I think Twitch is going to be the way again now. Go live on Twitch and have you guys shop with me. Go Funko vlogging or like live Funko buying, bong buying if I can. Give me a minute. There's a few steamrollers I've seen that they like make that they're like glass steamrollers. Oh, facts. Well, Mom, he's okay. I'm not taking away, but he also what he does is what he taught me is doing stuff in AI, but then he tweaks it. The thing is that him and Devin are alike. Rage can tattoo. He's an artist, so he's got merch is his calling. Like making stuff, 100%. He has, that's the other thing too, is he has that vision. I have to, like, I'm not an artist. I don't know shadings and like three-dimensional and, oh shit, and all that stuff. So that's also why it was one where just like having him look at stuff was the other way, was the way to go too. What is it? Okay, sure, but out of curiosity, what is it and how much of a cost is your tablet? Because I know that's what I actually encouraged Devin to do. Devin got a hefty lump sum from his grandpa when he graduated, rightfully so, that he had been saving over his 18 years. And Devin was actually very smart with his money. But I told him, I was like, dude, take a chunk and just take like, you know, $1,000 or $2,000 and that's all, just blow it on stuff. But I was like, no, because he wants to be a tattoo artist or he did. I was like, don't count this as part of your money I'm blowing. I was like, go buy yourself a tablet, go buy yourself notepad or sketch pads, go spend another $1,000, $1,500 on stuff and have it. And he literally was like, you know what? Yeah, that's a good. I'm like, I know, man, because you're investing in yourself. Oh, that ain't bad, man. $300-400. Okay. No. I get you. I'm just saying, like, I was waiting for you to be like, I need $1,000 MacBook Pro or something, which I get. Over my knuckles, it didn't last. Again, guys, this was at an actual shop. It just didn't sit what it was supposed to be, and it was just the first round. It's supposed to be PlayStation buttons that we were going to have breaking out and bleeding and busting through my skin over time to get it. It just, they're not staying, dude. It just, I think I'm just going to have her black this fucking hand out. Rage, we'll get some stuff. Actually, here's another thing. 2 ideas. Now, I know one is considered a charity, but you could have a fundraiser because you could be like, guys, this would help make more merch in the future. Or I know it sounds silly, if you run a special to give a % off to entice people, you could probably get the money from your merch soon to be like, I need to buy my tablet from my merch to make more merch type thing. Hold on, did I miss something? Oh, scrapbooking? Dude, it's actually pretty cool. Yeah, do a merch sale? Yeah, do that. Once I drop this new stuff, I will have a sale. That way it's, because it's almost like the grand opening or whatever you want to call it. But a lot of times when I do, or people that have new merch items have a sale on their site, I usually go for about 2 weeks. I give people 14 full days to get their time in. Now you can go longer. It's just normally when I'm like, hey, brand new stuff for the first 2 weeks, you get the best deal. What's up? It's like looking into a mirror. 30%, okay. And I've thought I can do stuff like that too. Now again, and this is just how I do it, guys. Everybody is different, but with mine, like Janet and stuff at Rylon, they ask me, which Bonfire does too, how much do you want to make off per item? And like I said earlier, is the least I go is 3, usually max is 5 that I make off of something. But that's also where it depends on how my sales go. Because again, you still have to make something, guys. So even when I have it to where I only make already a couple bucks, I can't afford to give 25, 35% off. It's like 15. That is the only bummer, but I try not to. And I'm not saying rage is ripping your mouth out. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I try to keep my costs so low in general. Because I think rage is like I am. You just want your stuff out there in the world. It's not really about lining your pockets. Yes, lining your pockets to be able to do other things for the said channel or the thing, of course, or to just survive. But we want our stuff out there, man. The fact that I know that so many people have been stopped not only for knowing the Ronnie shirts at concerts, that's fucking dope. being spotted at a fucking festival, that gave me the biggest hard on. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm pretty sure I had a boner when that got spotted at front row. Two, that people were stopping Lori that didn't even know, asking her where she got her coffee time shirt. That had nothing to do with a reaction, somebody's band, nothing. That's this right now because of you guys. Dude, Rage, I almost did cry. That's why I'm saying I had the most unconfused boner I ever had. Dude, it's the clothes. But like that is really the thing. So also the cool thing is that in my opinion, keeping things at a low cost, you undercut your competition, right? So not only are you undercutting your competition, you're getting your stuff out there, and when something keeps getting put out there, you're going to make more sales. So in turn, yeah, you might not be able to make a living off of merch right now. I'm not saying you need to, but like, or have a good income. But in 6 months, when things have been coming around and that one thing took off and people want to buy that one thing constantly, and then that one thing turns into that, well, this one's cool too. And then now you're $50 a month, become 500, become 5,000, become 50. That's how a business grows. But it's the fact of getting your stuff out there. Word of mouth is still one of the biggest things. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about a social media like that. Yes, that's still where I'm talking about in the world, people seeing it. Yeah, she said the coffee time one's gotten a lot of attention. Wait. I sent a video to Eric at a concert, like, and the rest is history. Dude, I immediately had to buy that Burnout one. And now that I know what the fucking your actual logo or your animals are now too, oh dude. I didn't see, have you put those on shirts? And I'm not saying that I don't have $160 to buy 2 hoodies because I want fucking both of them. Have you put those on shirts yet? John Wick's awesome. Like, I want something like right now that I can wear in the summertime, I guess is another thing too. Them shirts are dope, dude. Actually, these are all Meg's mugs. This is just a big one, so I don't have to refill it. I'll do that. Yes. All right, dude, for sure. Those are going to be good sellers. Those are good sellers, dude. I think that and your Operation Burnout, in my opinion, are probably going to be your top 3 Zs of just any logo at the moment. I also argued keep them, only do the tie-dyes. I don't know that it would come across the right way on any other style. Does that make sense? It slaps so hard with that color scheme. Like, you ever get so pissed off at somebody for thinking of something that you didn't and it was always right there in front of your face? Yeah, that's what happened. That's wait, Tolliver? Oh, Don Tolliver. I don't know if you've asked that before, but I don't know if we know who that is. What kind of music? Dude, that's awesome, Lori. That's what I'm saying. That's not even like a band or anything. That is literally like one of his gorilla shirts and stuff like Rage has. That's what I didn't, other than because coffee time is still a thing, right? So that's our slogan so it just so happens it can be anything. So again, I was in this box, man. Oh shit. Okay, Meg. He might not be in chat at the moment. I think he was tweaking those shirts. But Yeah, like I said, guys, I'm trying to think of something for the hip hop head because the whole I'm pretty sure people will understand the whole melted face where it says metalhead because it's always melt my face off or whatever it is, or I mean I say it, but for the hip hop head, I'm trying to figure out what, because I don't know if I can get somebody that's like headbanging, but I don't know how that would work for like a picture. That's why I figured the melting face for a metalhead. It's heavy guitar, somewhat rock. Okay. Oh, okay. So I was going backwards. Interesting. Ooh, melting vinyl records too. I'm also thinking about revamping the Music Junkie. Maybe that's where I can have Rage help me. Not again, even putting an AI, but being like, what should it be? Like I know that I will still keep that design too that we have, like the OG kind of basic one. Tour Biz's most popular song. Okay. Yeah, the stick figure with the up and down. Yeah. It is 11:11 in the morning. Well, the hip hop head Music Junkie, maybe. I was just saying the fact of like a standalone shirt. The Buffy thing. I think of Ronnie Radke's songs that he revamps. He's a biker. Okay. Wait. How long has he been doing YouTube, Lori? Because that's not good. I mean, we don't call us music junkies, but I say welcome. Well, I guess. I mean, do you know? I mean, we've been doing this going on 4 years. Interesting. I don't know how to trademark something. I'm gonna have to figure that out then. And if he doesn't have it trademarked, I'm gonna have to trademark it. Fuck you. You didn't take the time. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. I'll find out. I'll find out if he has it trademarked. No, if he doesn't have it trademarked. Music history stuff. Okay. Shirts are launched. Tough. Oh, it might take a minute. Yeah. I'm going to give it a minute. Yeah, and I think you were gone. I said I argued that don't keep them only on the tie dyes. Those color schemes slap together, and I was like, you ever have somebody think of an idea so good that you're pissed that you didn't think about it because it was right there in front of your face the whole time? Yeah, that's your merch, dude. I'm pissed. I can't believe that shit. Ah, Shit. Energy saver is on. He has not trademarked it. How do I? Okay, hold on, guys. I gotta go get the charger. How do I do that, and what does it cost? Does people know? Bro, where did I put the fucking charger? Dude. Are you shitting me right now? I just looked in the room. Well, I'm a fucking horrible person. This broke what it. This broke Chandler's thing she just made. She didn't get to hang it up yet. She made a butterfly window thing that she had to let dry. And for some reason, she put it on her bed. And I went to go get the charger and sat my knee right on it, and the fucking left wing snapped in two. So terrible now. She was so proud of that thing. She didn't get to hang it up yet. I have to get her another one. Blame it on the hedgehog. Anyways. Yeah. As far as a trademark, yeah, I'm gonna have to look into this stuff. Got to register online. Okay, then I'm gonna register. I'm gonna do a couple of things. Rykerroad, Music Junkie, probably Shut Up and Eat It. Like a lot of the stuff that we get it right on, and that's not. Yeah, Spicy Air. Thank you. Can't do Coffee Time. Like that's. I'm sure. First of all, it's already probably done. Yeah, brothers. Yeah, I'll probably take. Well, it's all tax write-offs. Yeah, I have to look into see how much it'll cost to get a bunch of these done. Yeah, if you didn't trademark it. Watch your knee placement. Oh yeah, coffee time either. There's no way. There's no way it's not. The logo, not the saying. Sure, sure. I'm gonna probably make a new coffee time one too. I'll revamp stuff. Pretty much, Peter. Like that's it's nothing against the guy. I'm not gonna sue him after I trademark it, but anybody else that wants to, nah, dog, can't do that. That guy's cool. I'll let it slide. No, like it's just you do have to be careful because what happens when Rage's merch takes the fuck off, right? And it's his it's his ape shirt or it's his what would Jesus do one. Okay, the what would Jesus do and all this stuff. Like if he trademark that specific photo with the name, bro, anybody makes anything that looks close to that, they can inspect it and be like, you now owe me money or percentages. That's how the game works, dude. It's not being an asshole. You got to change your content. This one's mine. Hello. But so like that's was huge in the early 90s. I think that he's not saying WWJD, he literally is spelling what would Jesus do with a different logo. That's the thing is that I think that other logo, yeah. Hey, what's up? Hiding in plain sight. Have a good one, Meg. Says it is trademarked, like the phrase. Ooh. Okay. By Tyler Perry? What? Interesting. That's not what I would have seen. Okay. They've been flopping. I mean, I think TikTok's just in its own little thing. It's usually where yours is. Well, right, it's a play on Rambo, but dude, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. That could be maybe trouble for you. I'd look into that then, since they were saying that that's trademarked. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the pick for the coffee time is the copyright style. The word, nobody's gonna, it's copyrighted, but not, I'm sure it's not like that. So maybe that's what Rage can get away with. I don't know. Oh, God. Every time it feels good, but like it's not the deep one that I need. He won the legal. Oh, shit. So I mean, he might have an issue then. That means he's looking for it. Right, but Rage, what they were saying is that the phrase is actually trademarked by Tyler Perry. And if he did that, I can guarantee you it's because he's now looking for it. On your school chair, I know I looked at one. The brand new ones are $280. I'm about to do it. I would be careful, bud. Now that we are actually talking about it like that, I would just do a little bit of research. That sucks. Who knows? He might be okay, but I would say at least a few Googles. Maybe like bleep it, but like, what the fuck would Jesus do or something to make it funny? I don't know. Right, if you tweak it or make it offensive or something like that. Or what would the Son of God do or something, so you can tweak. It's the same concept. Or like I have risen or something like that. Like, I don't know, like just some kind of fucking, would Jesus approve? Mom. Yes. Let me see something. I don't know why these are not showing up yet on the new on here. It's been a few skis. It's still the camo starting, but it's all right. You get the idea. Jesus would do this too. Yeah. Look, another one. Smaller. Getting there. Maybe it's a couple of different spots. And changed. Here, let me unpin this and pin it again. Repin the link. That may be the reason I'm getting still the link that had the stuff before you added or changed. Zombie Jesus. Again, see, I think of not funny ideas, but maybe things that would work. But again, people wearing them in public, other than just a few things personally, like having merch that like went together, something with Rage. But again, you can't wear the same shirt at the same time to go. So nah. Peter, that's fucking funny, dude. Oh my God, that's fucking funny. The album comes out after. Oh shit. I hope you're depressed the whole wedding. It's just Ewan McGregor. But dude, Rage, you might need to jump on that Jesus shave thing. That's funny. That's funny. That was actually really good. I'm not gonna lie. Take it. You already got a Jesus. Go right ahead, man. If you want it, take it. Like, you got to. I'll probably buy one. Peter gets a cut. He gets the coolest high five we ever meet. Right over that many blessings. Fuck yeah, Peter. That was sweet. That was good. I know. I need some new NF. At least a single or something. Coolest high five ever. You know. You might even get it. Woo! It's the lineup and the snap. Little bit of a cup. But you gotta lock eyes. Told you. Coolest high five ever. It's all in the elbow. Yeah, right. How do you know that? You're a girl. Aim the elbow. It's not even that. There's a certain technique and percentage in. With the cup, the eye contact. No. Also, don't you have like big honkers? Your elbow can't come in enough. Like, gets in the way. That's why it's like girls usually can't like. That's why I said a percentage in. There's a precise angle because you got to tilt. You got to tilt with the cock back with the thing. And you can't, when you got the fucking, it throws off motion. Told you. I fucking knew it. I'm working on the eye contact. Maybe that'll be Lola's thing, teaching how to high five if you have a big rack. All right, so if your tits are this big, you have to stick the elbow out this way instead, because if you come back here, it's hey, Ron, perfect timing. There's a whole podcast right there. Virtual classes. All joking aside, though, I had a friend that, because it goes into this concept, you'll understand in a second, that he had gastric bypass, right? He was 500 plus pounds. And he played every instrument. And you know, when you play and you've got your gut and you're all this, when he lost 260 pounds, he had to relearn how to play because his arms were back here now. So all of his hand placement was different. He legit for a while he was stuffing pillows in his shirts. I'm not kidding. We're talking about titties? Yes. A little bit, Rooster. We were talking about the fact of, he said titties 3 times. I was making the joke on the fact of Peter getting the coolest high five ever because he gave some merch ideas, and I told Rage to take it. And I said, it's all in like the elbow, the little bit of cupping and eye contact. And Lola said, yeah, it's all in this. And I was like, don't you have big honkers? That like throws off your percentage on elbow bringing in and lining. And she was going to do virtual classes. Then you pretty much walked in, stumbled in on that part. It's all in the elbow, but you can't bring it in. Telling you. And you got to start a class then. It'll be called high-fiving with chesticles. Just fuck it, high-fiving with Lola. I can't, just not very far. That's what I'm saying. See? I ain't lying. I legit, they can't touch each other. See? See? Yeah, again, Amber, high fiving with a huge rack where your elbow won't come in. Like it doesn't. Because you got a good high five is right here. Pow! But like up and eye contact. Snap! But you got to come in with the pow! It's like almost shooting a basketball. You got to come up with the right. It's called beef. And then you come up. It's bend, elbow, extend, follow through. But that's high fiving. That's why I never play basketball. Yeah. High fiving like a dude. Gotta get that follow through. You do. It's on the snap. See, it's just fucking, it's just right there for us. I've been eye fucking you the whole time doing it. Jumping jacks give you black eyes, yeah. Right, you're distracting the boys. Like, right, like, what do you want me to do? And again, like, look, it's gonna go both ways. I get sometimes it's like, of course, you like being, it's like nice being looked at and stuff like that. But again, you weren't trying to turn them on. That what you weren't out for the night. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't anything. You were running because you fucking had to. But like I understand you. You're also at boot camp, so anything that jiggles, you're like, yeah. On the Bermuda Triangle, this fucking it's hell yeah, ever. You leave in an hour. If I'm wearing the wrong bra, I didn't ask to have these. Well, tell them. I mean, well, she was telling you, so you got the better bra. But again, right. It wasn't that there's a difference. And it's not our fault either, but you weren't doing it to try to distract them. There is a time and place for you to be the distraction and knowing you weren't doing that. So like again, that's not your fault. And it's also kind of not their fault either. We're just like titties. Oh yeah, Rage, drop the new link so I can clip it in here for the last 20 minutes. That way I can see it too, because I want to see the new shirts. Dudes, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's definitely gotten better as I've gotten older, honestly. Hold on, Kyle. Okay, sorry, I was reading what he. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's see here. I'm still not seeing them. Maybe it is just taking time. It's just taking time to upload. Huh. Okay. I thought maybe it was because it was still the same link. All right, whatever. That's weird. They're up on your end. Yes, it probably just, well, you're the creator. Oh shit. Look, no shit. That's fucking wild, actually. You know what's really funny is that I never realized um like how expensive bras were until I went one time with an ex and I was like, "What?" That's the shirt itself. Okay, hold on. Yes, dude. Oh, whoa. Oh my God. Wait, I want the That's not fair, dude. I want the woman, bro. I want that one. That's a woman's one. What do you mean? That's tough, dude. Yeah, shirts and hoodies. How about 20 minutes, guys? I know, and that's what I said. And the bigger rack, the more expensive they get. But no, I get you. It really is kind of a pain in the ass. I've heard, I've seen. 80s again. Like, yeah. Working on to get a cocktail. Yeah, I gotta get motivated and moving here today too. People are coming over. My son will be coming over. Just it's one of those things where like, well, first of all, I need to get my laundry done and put together, but it's one of those like every room has just got like a little bit of something to do, and it's just like it's just irking now. But it's not even bad. It's just like I said, every room has like 5 minutes worth of shit to do, and I'm just over it. But it's like because I'm just people. I want people to be able come over today and not I don't have to do anything. But it's not gonna. It is not gonna take long. Meg's been working on her. Actually, the table is pretty much full of like her crystal stuff. She's been doing a lot of her like inventory, things like that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what she's planning on doing tonight. We should do this again later, dude. No, she is a she works full time, so she is actually basically she's a financial analyst for a lot of the Cleveland clinics here in Ohio, Florida. I swear she said like some of them in Canada too. But then she does the cookies on the side. It's kind of a I don't mean full, but like a full-time, part-time job that she does, and then she's throwing these crystals in there with it. I'm like, hun, there's only so much time. But no, it's the cookie business is definitely she she has to turn down orders. she gets so many orders, but because she works, that gets in the way. No, I haven't heard 3 by church yet. She makes all the cookies out of the house. That's why she can only sell to people in Ohio. Now, she can do giveaways and like contests and stuff, but she cannot sell. She cannot sell to people outside of Ohio, like legally. We have what's called cottage law, so she would need some kind of a storefront. The only problem is being able to ship, even if you go full time. My argument is that going full time, then she can ship anywhere. When she gets too big and she has to have a bunch of employees or even more than just 2 or 3, I argue then that's now not Mama Meg's cookies because she's not doing everything. That sounds shitty, but you're now not getting her cookie. Is what she's thought of that too. Where I'm like, I don't know. She's like, yeah, she's like the one person that I know or something like that or followed. She's like, yeah, she has like this whole big kitchen. She's like, she doesn't even make the cookies, so she's like, it's not even your cookie anymore. You know where I live? I bet. Knock on the front door. Go ahead. Give me your cookie. Yeah. Mmm. Have a good one. Dudes, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to be gross, but man, like, and I know that was my dinner, and it was my fault, but in the sense of it truly. Last night, and they were good. I had chicken nachos, a big thing of chicken nachos from Tailgaters, and I had my normal that I had my ultra light beer so that it wasn't fucking with my stomach. Dude, I threw up this morning, not from a hangover. Like it's the food, man. Just from it really goes to that was probably a big issue with my stomach as well for a long time, but it was also stress. But dude, I just once I felt so good. And it really good. And I didn't pig out on stuff. That was like my dinner, and I had a little bit of my like normal snacks, but it was it just sat. It was just all the greases, all the cheeses, all the thing, the salsas, the sour creams, yeah, it just feels great to get it out right. But I was just like, oh, well, the thing is that that was a big thing of like my whole medical side with weed was I would do that every morning. I would be nauseous. I would not feel good. And it just, drinking or not, like it didn't matter. So I just thought, oh, well, that's my life. And, over time with me switching things up and how I eat, what I eat, you still have your time, you're loud, but bro, it just goes to show you, it really I knew that, always that you kind of reflect on what you put in your body, but dude, for real, You know what it was too? Damn it. No, I lied. I had two of the now they're small and they're under 300 calories, but two of those like chicken wrap or crunchy wrap things from Burger King. I had the honey mustard and the spicy one. So I had arguably still fast food earlier in the day. So it wasn't just that. Okay. All right. But still, like tonight, Jason's bringing stuff over that's like marinated chicken and stuff. That should be better as far as like us grilling and doing stuff. It's not nachos from the bar. I know it's still grilled chicken and stuff, but it's not all that stuff. It's not fast food. Yep. Joshua, of 100%. That's why I will probably still kick some more back tonight with Jason coming over, and Alex, but I don't, I drink once a week. I've cut it down to once a week. Even on my nightly hangouts and stuff, I smoke. Um, Drinking water does help. It just all around helps. Probably 10 years. Burger King and Wendy's are kind of my go-to. They're the ones that, like, I worked at Burger King for being a fast food place. I will actually give them a pretty good applause as far as that, like, they're flame broiled and stuff. I mean, yeah, it's frozen patties, but still, as far as like they're not flipping them in their grease and like all this shit. But that and Wendy's are kind of my go-to as far as quote healthier. Right, Rage. Same. It's not that I had like a problem and I didn't get the shakes like I've said or like get withdrawals or anything, but I was a social drinker and my socialness was all the time because of like lives or Meg or hanging out with her and stuff before we lived together and whatnot. And it just, even if you only had a tall boy or two, it was just, all right, man, and then I caught myself when we were gaming that I would buy two or three tall boys and I would drink one and a half and like the one would sit and be wasted. And I'm like, I'm not even drinking this. It was just a force of habit almost in a way of just that's what you did. Not so much that I needed it. It was like, oh yeah, I'll crack a few beers. And that's why I was like, well, maybe I was going to switch to some liquors too every once in a while because I sip. It's nice. It's nice to just have like a glass of whiskey for the night to wind down. That's also arguably not bad to do. It's actually somewhat healthy for you. Same with like that glass of wine. So again, you can kind of, but what I'm getting at is that I realized I didn't need it. I didn't need it that way. I had just as much fun, whether I was smoking a bunch or not. There are nights I smoke way heavier. Some nights I've barely finished one bowl this morning, and I've been on here for almost 2 hours. I'm technically supposed to hop off. But I get it, man. It's just, I got to that point too. Yeah, whiskey's where it's at. Like I might go look at a whiskey today. We'll see. It's just I gotta be careful with having a lot. Like if I have more than maybe, well, because I do 2 shots, as far as like a nightcap. If I get past more than that, I kind of get a weird hangover. Losing weight, it goes through you quicker, and higher alcohol stuff smacks you, dude. No, there's no drop today. Yeah, self-control. Yep. And that's what I said. I knew I had. It was just I was like, oh, yep, stop at the store and that's what I'm saying. It was like that habit where I'm like, yeah, well, I'm hanging out tonight. It's all right. And then it just hit me and I was like, Not only am I wasting the money, I was actually doing it with the liquor. I was there for a little while. There was several nights that like it would just be 2 shots with some ice, sometimes not, and I was pouring half of it out by the end of the night. I wasn't finishing it. Yeah, it was like a routine. Right, Lori? It goes down. Mom had a night before I moved where she was having some fireball and stuff, and she dropped like 20, 30 pounds at that time, and dude, it smacked her. And I was like, yeah, it really makes a difference. Makes a huge difference. Yeah. Morning. Unfortunately, I'm going to be hopping off here in a couple minutes. That's why it's not a huge deal that I jump right off at 11:55. Right. Don't really feel any different otherwise. Like, exactly. Like last night, there was just a part of me. There was a place I wanted to go to. It was not a far drive. I had one bottle of beer while I sat there for an hour and a half before the live, munching on my nachos, and then brought the rest home. I wanted to go out. Meg was doing her thing. She was going to be eating dinner. I was like, fuck it. She was going to be gone. I really pretty much already had things set up. I just was like, fuck, I want some bar food like that. I didn't want, I don't know. I was like, well, maybe I'll go get Mexican and get a burrito and a margarita. And I'm like, no, I'll for sure feel like shit in the morning. Like, would probably have a food hangover with the margarita because of the sugars and everything as well. Take her fishing. She's 5, almost 6. So yeah, it would probably kind of start working for her now. We've got to find some spots around here though for even the boys. Oh yeah, Lori, we can still hang. Don't get it twisted. We ain't a bitch. But like, I don't want to. That's the one thing too, is that like I don't know if he's wanting to stay tonight, but he said something, Alex said something about, having some brews with the boys. Now I'm sure he does, but he's even at that age, he's not like, yeah, fucking shotgun party. Like, I think he's just doing the same thing. He's like, he wants to have a few drinks while we grill and hang out with the dudes. If we can maybe have a fire, but I think it's gonna rain. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Flavored margs are great, but again, I like flavored drinks. I like all the pussy drinks, all the flavored this and that's, and the martinis and margaritas and pina coladas and all of these things, right? Like I don't even call me a pussy. I'll right hook you right here in the bar. It's the fact that if I drink one or two, it fucks me up the next day. Like not the shits, like my stomach just like aches. It's like too much. I've always been that way. Oh shit. The espresso martini, yeah. Yo, what's up? Hey Neil. Dude, speaking of, I was gonna make a TikTok about this. I don't know if I talked about it last night. I'm at the bar, and this one sales rep is there for this call. It's called Neutral or something. It's basically, it's basically White Claws. It's like a juice and all these things. And he's like, blah blah blah. Anybody want samples? You get this whole bucket. He's like, it's a case of cans. He goes, $100. I said, hey, I ain't spoke a word out loud other than to my bartender. I said, "Hey, did you say that's $100 for a case?" He goes, "Yeah, at a bar." I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "That's still ridiculous." I'm like, "Nope." And I looked it up, $51.99 for a fucking case for 4.5% alcohol. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Zima was the shit. You got, I don't give a good goddamn who the fuck you are. 51, yeah, at a bar, $100 at a bar. So you're doubling the cost, first of all. And it's $52 at a fucking grocery store? Eat me. Fucking eat me. I will drink my fucking Mick Ultras, Bud Light 55s, Miller 64s, and even if I'm feeling squirrely, a motherfucking White Claw. $51.99. We put Jolly Ranchers in them fucking Zimas. Yeah, one for 19 fucking dollars? You gotta be shitting me, dude. You better give me a tug job. I don't even like those. I can do that myself, but you better give me something. $51.99. $100 at a bar. Go fuck yourself, Bill. Give a fuck what company you're trying to fucking push for and give free samples. You better give me 7 free beers. Right. I got my fancy beer and they cost a little more because of the fact that they're the lower calories and all this stuff. Mine was $24.99. Half. $12.99 or $11.99 if you want to get just a 12-pack of fancy bottles. For some cans. $51.99 for some cans. Cans. I'll go get Natty Light right now for $18 for a 30-pack. Shotgun 9 of them because they're water. Seriously, dude. Like, what the fuck are you saying to me? I don't even like to get drunk that much anymore. Don't even like it. How much weed I can buy with all that money? You know, bro, what the fuck? I'm going to get way more toughed up with $100 going towards my bag than your stupid fucking half-ass White Claws? No. It's $8.99. Yeah. Bro. That shit. That's why, like, before I go in, I'll buy stuff. I'm going to, like, I used to do a thing where I would buy, it's disgusting. This is alcoholism talk right here, but I would buy 2 steel reserves for like $3 back in the Dizzy. Slam them hoes because they're like 9%. And then go to the bar with like $20 because I can walk to the bar. Yeah. That was the move. Oh shit. But all right, guys. Oh. But I'm going to go ahead and hop off here. I've got stuff to get ready for today. I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe, this is a key word, maybe. Try some things. As long as he doesn't get too fucked up, either one of them, we could try to do some kind of music sit down, possibly a reaction, some requests. I know that Jason and I have talked about doing some Dance Gavin Dance because I want to go through more of the Tillian. So if we, because he loves Dance Gavin Dance, but I only know about 4 songs because they just didn't do well. And then having my son at some point sit down and him show me stuff. But maybe we can do something like that tonight, or at least attempt to see what it would be like with somebody. So look out for things and notifications on Twitches and or detours or no, he's not allowed on TikTok. He'll get me banned in under 5 minutes. But all right, guys, have a good one, and we'll see you guys at least tomorrow for coffee time.